everyone, and welcome to OC News. A dozen children are hurt after a stage collapses at an Orange County high school.
And a former tight end baseball player gets called up to the majors. We'll have these stories and much more. OC News starts right now.
Hello and welcome to OC News. I'm Jen.
And I'm Yorlin. OC News is brought to you by the Cal State Fullerton broadcast journalism students. At least 25 people were injured when a stage collapsed at Servite High School in Anaheim on Saturday night. The students from the All Groves Rosary High School in Fullerton were on stage finishing their annual Red and Gold performance when the stage collapsed, dropping students into a changing room below. More than 200 girls were part of the performance. According to authorities, some of the injuries were broken bones, bruises, and scrapes. The part of the stage that collapsed is said to be a 5-foot extension that is newer than the main stage on which the performance took place. It is believed that the stage collapsed because so many girls were on it at the same time. Inspectors will double-check the school stage permit to determine if it is up to date. They will also review whether the permit included has a weight restriction or a limit on the number of people that can be on it at the same time.
The National Sciences and Mathematics Interclub Council has confirmed that scientist, engineer, and former television host Bill Nye will be the keynote speaker for the symposium on March 20th. The theme for this year's symposium is Explorations in Citizen Science. Bobby Wright, a senior physics major and chair of the NSMICC, said Nye would embody the theme very well. The symposium will have lectures and events from March 19th to March 20th. Ticket information will be available very soon.
In today's health segment, which states are keeping active and at what cost would people pay for beauty, we go to Lisa for more details.
Residents in Vermont exercise the most. That's the finding of a new Gallup poll. It reports that they're more likely to work out 3 or more days for at least 30 minutes. They're also more likely to eat fruit and vegetables. Hawaii is in second place, while Montana and Alaska follow closely behind. Residents of Delaware, West Virginia, and Alabama are the least likely to report that they exercise frequently. Now on to the more aesthetic side of beauty. Women are taking life-altering risks in injecting fat collagen or special compounds for facial rejuvenation. Side effects of such wrinkle-reducing procedures are usually fairly safe, with side effects of bruising and minimal swelling. The Food and Drug Administration approves of these cosmetic injections for the middle of the face. They have not been approved around the eye or on the forehead region because of a possible permanent damage of blood vessels. Multiple yet rare cases have shown that these fillers may have accidentally entered the blood vessel and blocked blood traveling to the eyes or artery, resulting to blindness. Any injections on the forehead, around the eyes, or even on the hairline poses as a risk to potential material slipping into the blood vessels, which will travel to the artery in the eyes, causing patients to permanently lose their eyesight in one or both eyes. This type of accident is irreversible. Researchers stated that blindness, stroke, and even death, although rare, have been reported in the past. Researchers also recommended that these risks be discussed in detail before beginning the procedure. Let's shift into the male realm of beauty concerns. It's quite common for males to undergo a hair transplant due to insecurities that result with hair loss. Experts are now warning males in their 20s that a hair transplant could be the only thing they will regret. According to Dr. Abraham Armani, a hair transplant surgeon, 20 to 30% of hair transplant surgeries are either corrective or for improvement. Armani says it's a risky procedure for younger men because for younger men, hair loss isn't going to come to a halt in their 20s. As a matter of fact, balding will continue to occur throughout a lifetime, and a hair transplant would provoke an unnatural and unwanted appearance in the future. Hair transplanting is done by removing a strip of hair from the back of a man's head and transplanting it into the frontal end, which is permanent. With increased hair loss throughout the years, the permanent transplant will continue to grow, causing a patch of hair in the front and baldness with heavy scalp exposure in the back. Not what men expect in their later years after going the procedure. So men should now rethink their options and consider the repercussions of how much they really need a transplant at a young age. Well, that's all we have, the latest updates on health. Back to you guys.
Thank you. Now to see how much of this heat we can expect, we go to Mimi with the weather.
Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome back after a scorching hot weekend. We continue to feel some warm temperatures. The Santa Ana winds are expected to pick up this week, but until then, enjoy the beautiful weather and the clear skies and offshore flow. As for the nation, on the East Coast, New York is going to be experiencing some snow this week. And down over here in Florida, they peaked at 79 degrees today. Midwest, they were at the mid-70s today, and they should continue that going on to this week. Now, on the Northwest, however, they're experiencing some cold weather with low to mid-40s. Now, on to our 7-day forecast. We're going to the OC beaches for this one. So starting today, we peaked at 70 degrees. And then on Tuesday, we should come up on 73 degrees. And then Wednesday and Thursday, like I said, Santa Ana winds will be kicking. And then coming on to the weekend, Friday, we should come down to lows of 67 degrees. And as for Saturday, we have 73 degrees. And coming in Sunday, we'll be looking forward to 79 degrees to close out the week. Everyone, have a great week.
When we come back, we take a look at box office numbers over the weekend, along with details of the South by Southwest Festival.
This financial advisor is being accused of committing one of the largest investment frauds in the history of the United States.
I guess we're not going to Aspen. That's fine. You see, I like tennis balls. He likes insider trading. So he's going to jail and I'm going to a shelter. And no, they're not the same thing. Shelters are for good pets that want to be adopted. Jails are for criminals. I've done nothing. Uh-oh. Okay, I stole a cheeseburger once. I'm a dog.
Weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
We're taking a live look at midterm madness. Sylvia Perez has the story. A spelling bee that runs out of words. South by Southwest has a helpful volunteer, and we have the top box office hits. All this and more, here's Jasmine Collier with entertainment.
After more than 90 intense rounds, a marathon spelling bee in Missouri is finally over. Remember, 11-year-old Sophia Hoffman and 13-year-old Kush Sharma? Last month, they went so many rounds, organizers had to stop the competition. The Super Spellers had a rematch this past Saturday. Let's take a look.
The first time this 5th and 7th grader faced off in the Jackson County, Missouri spelling bee, the judges ran out of approved words. After more than 60 rounds and a veritable war of words, 13-year-old Kush Sharma and 11-year-old Sophia Hoffman were unstoppable. An epic spelling bee. It ended in a tie 2 weeks ago, putting both teens in the national spotlight. The two fiercely competitive on stage, but on the couch, pleasant with Chris, Kate, and Michaela.
Do you see each other as competitors, or are you friends now?
Friends.
You're friends.
Once it was done, I've never felt so mentally drained.
You didn't know what word was coming next, but it was also exciting.
It all came down to the big rematch this weekend. The two went nearly 30 rounds, but this time, Sophia got stifled on the word stifling. Kush ended up walking away with the win, breaking the tiebreaker by spelling out a word he knows all too well. So your final word came down to the word definition. That's a word you use all the time on stage when you're asking for the meaning of a word. Were you surprised that that was your final word?
I was sort of caught off guard by, the level of difficulty of the word, I just really think that it should have been a harder word, but they already picked it, so there's nothing else that could be done.
Kush gave credit to his friend and worthy competitor. And when I asked about preparing for nationals,
no time for, your PlayStation, no time for TV, no time for Facebook or whatever you do. If you want to win, then you just need to dedicate every single minute you have to spelling and to studying.
His winning formula, the very definition of focus. George Howell, CNN, Chicago.
Thousands of people are in Austin, Texas for the annual South by Southwest Music Festival. Local organizations are helping the homeless find jobs by getting involved with the event. Heather Kovar has the story.
Out on the streets during South by Southwest, you might see vendors with a very special cause.
First of all, building relationships. We're selling some sandals, we're selling some snacks and candy and ice cream.
Robert Burton is formerly homeless.
Get a nice pair of flip-flops right here!
Over the past 3 years, he's worked with vendors, connected by mobile loaves and fishes. He says working the places they found for him, he's been able to connect with people that would give him a job.
Pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting.
Casey Jennings is also working, trying to build his future.
I have been homeless off and on for many years, and it's just hard. I don't really have support of family like a lot of people do.
The money he makes this week, he hopes to buy equipment for a battery-powered lawn service company.
It's going to be Clean Green Lawn Team is the name of the...
Jennings is selling snacks.
I'm still camping out. I don't stay really on the streets. I have a camp set up, and I sneak off into the woods and get in my camp, which I live as comfortably as I can.
The social organization Mobile Loaves and Fishes has connected these workers with the opportunity. Nat Schluter is a director.
What we're trying to do today is release opportunity for our homeless brothers and sisters to earn a dignified income during South by Southwest.
A new collaborator with Mobile Loaves and Fishes this year is Flip 3. The idea is to buy one, help three. One homeless person paints the flip-flop, another packages it, and a third peddles the art.
Now for the box office hits. Everyone seems to be a fan of the ancient Greek epic 300, Rise of an Empire this weekend. It took #1 spot on the box office with more than $40 million in U.S. sales. The kid-friendly comedy, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, came in second place with $32 million. Nonstop came in third place with $30 million. The highly anticipated film Need for Speed will premiere this week along with Tyler Perry's Single Moms Club. That's all I have for entertainment. Back to you, ladies.
Still ahead on OC News, the Lady Titans continue their winning ways.
The odds of this daughter of a clergyman spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 150. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org.
Along with weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
An update on basketball and Michelle Williams' three-pointer and how Gabby Aragon just barely missed the cycle in the softball. Yahaira Perez has more details.
In Titan sports, the Titan basketball team will enter the Big West Conference tournament with a 2-game losing streak. Fullerton fell to Hawaii 81-77 this past Saturday. Fullerton closed in on the last game of the regular season in Honolulu. Michael Williams' three-pointer brought Cal State Fullerton within 1 point, but a senior sealed the win for Hawaii with a three-pointer of his own with 9 seconds on the clock. On the bright side, senior Marquise Horn led the Titans with 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. While men's basketball was away, women's basketball hosted their last game of the season against Hawaii Saturday night. They finished their senior night with a win. The final score was 61-42. Seniors Brianna Barfield, Alex Thomas, and Mia Oliver received standing ovations when making an exit for the last time at home. Now on to some Titans softball. Over the weekend, Titans hosted the Judy Garman Classic that started Thursday. The Titans finished the tournament with a 2-3 record. On Friday night, senior Gabby Aragon led Fullerton to a win against Fresno State. Aragon had 3 hits and a career-high 5 RBIs. In Titan baseball, pitcher Graham Weist went 7 innings and took the loss in Texas. It was the first series loss for the Titans this season and the first time they have dropped a series to Baylor. Matt Chapman was 2 for 5, picking up his 5th double of the season, and Greg Velasquez was 2 for 4 with 1 RBI. Continuing on baseball, former Titan outfielder Michael Lorenzen was drafted as 38th overall pick in the 2013 Major League Baseball first-year player draft by the Cincinnati Reds. Lorenzen made 5 separate minor league stops while the Reds decided to develop him as a starting pitcher with his 95-mile-per-hour fastball. 2014 will be his first full season as a professional baseball player. Keep on the lookout this baseball season. Support your Titans. That's all for sports today. I'm Yahaya Perez.
And that's going to do it for us here at OC News. I'm Jennifer Aceves.
And I'm Yorlin Guido. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.